Hey there, welcome back to my channel. So this is going to be a follow-up video to my previous unboxing of this Ticket to Ride Europe game that I got from AliExpress for $7.41. I'm going to be comparing this to the authentic Ticket to Ride Europe game that I got here. So this I got from Target, and I'm gonna compare the actual components, and I'm gonna do that by I'm gonna crack open this copy. And we're going to do a comparison of the actual components of the game. So, alright, so this is the cheap copy, and then this is the authentic. And one thing that you'll notice right away is just the way the box is made. So this is the cheap copy, and you can see the way the box is made. You can see the flaps here, the glued flaps, and you don't see that here. It's nice and clean, no flaps on any of the inside, and you can see that the edge is folded over. You can see part of the image folded over on the inside, and you don't have that on the cheap copy. It's just plain cheap box. So that's the first difference. Second difference is you don't get this nice catalog. You don't get these other brochures. Now the instructions, the only difference that I can tell is that the quality of the print on here is much better. So if you look at the picture, it's the picture is brighter, it's clearer, whereas this one, it's darker. It's not as, I'll put them side by side so you can compare. So the top one is the authentic one, the bottom is the copy, and you can just kind of tell the difference between the print copy. The top is much brighter, clearer, whereas the bottom is darker. It's more a little bit blurrier. But they're both printed on glossy paper. The actual instructions seem to be the same. Oh, there's a little bit of a difference. Yeah, there's a little bit of difference here. At the bottom it says the game turn here, whereas in this one it says beginning of the game. So there's a little bit of a difference. What other differences can I see here? Let's see. There's another difference here. The authentic one, it says drawing train cards, whereas here it just says train car cards. So there's a difference in the wording as well. And I don't know if I need to go through page by page to see all the differences, but these two look pretty much the same. Captain scores. I mean, it's mostly the same. Now we get to the board. Okay, so now we get to the board, and here's where there is a big difference. So let's take a look at the thickness of the copy. There you have the thickness of the copy, and here's the thickness of the original board, and you can see the difference, huge difference in the quality. And the, you know, this board has a textured finish to it. This board is smooth, there's no texture. This kind of has a, you know, you could hear the texture if I run my nails against the board here. Totally different. One other difference, and I actually did play a game using this copy, and one of the issues that I had was with the colors of the spaces on the board, particularly with the red, because if you look at this space here is supposed to be red, but it looks kind of like brown almost. Looks like a brown color, whereas, you know, this is red. This is the same space here, and you see how red that is. And this is a dull brown looking color. So initially I didn't recognize this as red, so that was one issue that I had with the board, and that's throughout all of the red spaces are like that. So here again you see more. So so you see the red here compared to this red down here is more like brown. But other than that, I don't really see much other differences between the boards. I mean, this board is definitely much better quality. And just, you know, just the thickness of it, and you can see it's flat, it's nice and sturdy, whereas this board, it's bent, you know, it's already warped, very thin cardboard. And actually, when I played a game with this and I tried to lay it flat, it because of how lightweight it is, it didn't really lay flat very well, and I had to put some extra weight on it to kind of weigh it down. On the back of the cheap copy, it's just a glossy black back. this one, you have a nice picture on the back of the board. You get a nice picture on the back of the board. And the back of the board is also textured. This one, it's just plain black. There's nothing on the back. So that's another big difference. Alright, so that's the board. And now we get to the components. So as I said, I did play a game of Ticket to Ride with this cheap set, and I didn't really have any issues playing. All the components that you need to play the game are there. The only issue I had was with the colors of these trains are pretty dark. And if you are playing in a room that doesn't have good lighting, it's going to be hard to tell the difference between, say, the blue, the green, and the black, because they're all really dark. And I'll show you a closer. I'll show you closer view of the differences. So this is the blue in the copy, and you can see how dark it is compared to the blue in the authentic copy. So you see the difference. It's a much darker blue. And so this is, and as I mentioned in the previous video, that the authentic version, you get these nice Ziploc bags, whereas this is not Ziploc. You can actually reclose them. It has like this sticky glue strip that you can kind of reclose it and reseal it, but eventually it's going to lose its stickiness and it's not going to stick very well. But anyway, here's kind of a close-up look at the trains. This is the blue. There's not much difference between the two if you just kind of casually look at them, but if you take a real close look, I think the detailing on the authentic train is a little bit more well defined than on the copy, but it's kind of hard to look at it. It's kind of hard to see maybe with the camera, but the details on here are much more clear. And I mean, on this one, the details are much more clear and well defined than on this one. So that's the blue. Here is the green. So of course the green in the copy is much darker than the green in the authentic set. So the brighter, lighter colors, I think, are easier to distinguish, especially when you have dim light. This is the difference between the red, so even the red is darker Although this is not so bad because this is pretty easy to distinguish, but still there's a difference in the color. And then this is the yellow, so even the yellow is darker shade of yellow. And by the way, I did count how many trains you get in the copy, and there are 50 trains in each pack, in each bag. There's 50, so they actually give you 5 more extra trains than you actually need to play the game, because you need 45 trains for the game, and you actually get 50, so that is a good thing. With the authentic Ticket to Ride game, you do get extra trains, but they give you 3 of each train colors in a separate bag. So this is the extras. Okay, and then I don't really see a difference in the quality of the plastic. They seem to be comparable. You know, and so this is a comparison of the train stations, and again, other than the color, the different shade in the colors. Yeah, this is the green in the copy, and then this is the green in the authentic. They are pretty much the same, except again, if you really look closely at it, the detailing on this is a little bit clearer, a little bit more well defined than on the copy. But the copy is not bad. I mean, it's not bad. It's a really good copy. And I think I see it, the edge here is a little bit not straight, not perfectly straight compared to this. So there may be slight quality differences, but it's for the most part the same. Here I think the thickness of this plastic looks a little bit better than this. I think this might be a little bit thinner. But that's I think minor difference. I think though where you do see a big difference is with the scoring marker. So this is the scoring markers in the authentic set. It comes in a separate bag. In the copy, they were all put in the same bag. And so this is a scoring marker, for example, of the yellow. And it's a plastic, hollow plastic, round piece. And then in the authentic copy, you have solid wooden pieces. So that's the difference. It's a little bit plastic piece is a little bit shorter than the wooden piece. But yeah, you get nice solid wooden pieces here, where this is just a cheap hollow plastic piece. Comparing the insert, they look very similar, except, you know, if I flip this around, it'll be exactly the same. You know, you have space to put the scoring markers here. You have they look the same, except that I would say the quality of the plastic, this is much sturdier than this. This feels like a flimsier plastic. So this is definitely higher quality. The insert is, yeah, this is definitely higher quality than this. You can see when I take it out, this one, it bends. Kind of bends under the weight of the components, whereas this, it doesn't. It's sturdy. Okay. So that is that. And then lastly, we have the cards. So I had already played a game using this set. I have not yet played with this set. I had just opened it, as you saw. But this set came in 2 decks. It was 2 separately wrapped decks of cards. This one, you get 3. They're wrapped in 3 different decks. They are the same size, but I can tell, and I'll open this pack. There should be a pull tab. And yeah, the quality of the cards is, there's definitely a difference in the quality of the cards. This one has a nice linen textured finish. This one is just smooth. If this feels like just like a regular plastic coated playing card. This one feels thicker. Slightly thicker. This is thinner. Feels a little bit thinner. I do see that on this they have the wording in a few different languages, whereas this is only in English. So I don't know. I don't know if this is really a counterfeit set or if this is an authentic set, but it's just made for a different market. I really honestly don't know. I really don't know. But let's say take a look at the destination cards. I mean, it's if I could find the same one here. This is the blue long route breast. Okay, here we go. So here is the copy, and here's authentic, and this one you can see has a slightly wider border. White border is thicker. Another difference you could see is this one has a blue line going from one city to the other. This one is just shows you the two cities. So there are some differences. And this is the back. I actually think this looks better. This looks brighter, more colorful than this. This is a little bit dull. This is a little bit brighter. So I actually like the the counterfeit one better. And then these are the train. I didn't have any issues with the train cards in the copy. They, you know, the colors are pretty nice. This is the rainbow. This is your black, your blue, your white, your orange, your pink, orange, yellow. These all look pretty nice. I didn't have any issues with them. It's just that the cards are very thin. So the backs of the cards, this is the back of the cards. They look the same. Same design. Let's take a look at so this is the white and then white, and again you can see that the border is a little bit wider. And this is the orange, which is that. In this case, I actually think this looks better than this. This color looks deeper, whereas this looks a little bit more faded. Yeah, so that's a comparison of the AliExpress Ticket to Ride Europe game versus an authentic version from Target. And as I said, I did actually play a game using this set, and it was, you know, it was definitely playable. You definitely get everything you need to play the game. Like I said, the only issue that I had was the red the red spaces don't look red, they look brown, and that kind of threw me off. That's about it though. And the quality of the board, it was kind of warped. It wouldn't really lay perfectly flat unless I put some weight on it. So that was another issue, whereas I don't see that as being an issue with this board. But so there you have it, comparison between the AliExpress Ticket to Ride Europe game versus authentic copy from Target. So anyway, hope that helps. Thanks for watching. Take care. Bye.